Hello guys, it's your boy AD back with a video. Now in today's video we're gonna be doing from Rimuru went to One Piece season 2 part 2. So yes, I hope you guys will enjoy this, and yes, this was supposed to come out a few days before, but I didn't really get a chance to record this, so yes, that's why it didn't come out earlier. But yes, anyways, hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy it, and for further ado, let's get the video started.
Start. Chapter 7 Family? Brothers and elder sister? It had been 1 year since the Red Hair Pirates had been staying here in the East Blue at Dawn Island. Luffy had passed. Over the course of the year the pirates had become fairly known and friendly amongst the locals of the small town they stayed at there. Luffy, Rimuru and the Redhead Pirates became close and had all even helped Luffy in training from Shanks. Then all the way to Rimuru himself, he was put in such a strange spot. As you see, everyone who saw him instantly thought of him as a girl with absolutely no exceptions. This led to him just giving up and not correcting them unless they had specifically asked. Sometime along the 1 year the man known as Monkey D. Garp had came the hero of the Marines and one of the strongest beings in this world, a living legend who rivaled and fought with Gall D. Roger to beat Rocks D. Zebek alongside dismantling the legendary Rocks crew. When they had met, Rimuru was surprised to see how cool and laid back Garp had been. However, once they had been alone, Garp had stared him down using his powerful conqueror haki to try to intimidate Rimuru. However, it had not worked, and Rimuru had used his Demon Lord haki, which he had to obviously hold back on, as if he had used too much it could kill humans and beings who were not strong enough to withstand it. He had not used his true dragon haki or supreme haki, as those would kill most humans no matter how much he held it back. When he had done this, Garp had said something about him being truly strong like he had said, and he had asked who said that, and he had told him that it was Roger. Rimuru had been more curious and asked what he was told of him, and so asked, which led to him saying that he was told that he was very strong and to not be on his bad side. However, he had explained that he was confused about something. Roger said that you were a guy and you seem to be a girl from what I can see. Right? Double quotation mark. Hearing this caused Rimuru to blush in embarrassment. Well, you see. Garp bursted out laughing after hearing Rimuru's explanation of how he was a guy but many saw him as a girl due to his physical appearance. After a few minutes of laughter and such, Garp went more serious as he then said, then in this case, sir, Rimuru, I would like to know, who are you truly? Right? Double quotation mark. I would usually just say I'm just a friendly guy, but since some people here have vouched for you, then I might as well tell you the truth. Right? Double quotation mark. Oh, who did that? Right? Double quotation mark. Roger, Rayleigh and Whitebird. Rimuru, remembering how all of them had told him that Garp was a good guy, that Simple was tied to the Marines currently due to his blood, and however that wasn't always the case. As you see, he used to be a great pirate, traveled alongside Roger, Rayleigh, Whitebird, Shiki the Golden Lion, and many more big-name pirates. Hearing this, Garp simply nodded and Rimuru went on to continue. I am Rimuru Tempest, leader of the Jura Tempest Federation and a great demon lord. Sorry, could you repeat that? I think I misheard you? Garp said in an emotionless voice. I'm Rimuru Tempest, leader of the Jura Tempest Federation and one of the great demon lords. Right? Double quotation mark. Sighing to himself, Garp turned around and started to walk away as if he had lost all interest while muttering something to himself. Stupid Roger teaching this kid, then telling him about what a demon lord is just to pull a prank on me. I'll teach him a lesson when I see him again. Garp mutters to himself as he continues thinking that Rimuru was just a kid who was told to say that by Roger to scare him as a final prank, not believing that this kid could have done what is required to become a demon lord, to kill and harvest 10,000 human souls after achieving certain requirements. As Rimuru was about to stop him, however, Garp was forced to stop, as in front of him stood Diablo the demon god. As Diablo stared down at him as he put a hand on his shoulder, the whole time Garp felt nothing but fear as he saw this being that seemed to have unimaginable power creep up on him. As he saw the gloved hands coming closer and closer, his body would not even respond to him no matter how hard he tried, as Diablo put a hand on his shoulder before speaking. I would like it if you would listen to what my master has to say and not disrespect him in such a way by ignoring him like that, Diablo said, sounding very annoyed. Garp felt like he was gonna pass out, but before he could, thankfully Rimuru interrupted the situation, pulling Diablo away. After a few minutes, the which Garp used to recollect himself, and he realized that this man was so powerful, yet he called Rimuru his master, and so that would mean that Rimuru must be truly a demon lord, as there would be no other explanation to why this man would serve him otherwise. Sorry about that, Garp-san. Right? Double quotation mark. It is okay, also there is no need for formality. Right double quotation mark. In that case then I would like you to do the same for me then. Right double quotation mark. With that the conversation continued with Garp getting told what Diablo was and which in the end he had no option but to accept, and also he had to accept that Rimuru was a demon lord. He had asked him if he knew how to become one to test him, which had made Rimuru go more serious and say yes, to which Garp nodded, and the conversation continued for a while with Rimuru explaining that he never wanted to be one but he was forced to by the circumstance. After those important talks, Garp had asked Rimuru for a favor. After learning why he was here, Rimuru had asked what it was, to which Garp asked him to help him with Luffy, which Rimuru had said he was already doing that as he was already teaching him. To which Garp explained that he meant in a more direct approach whenever necessary, with Rimuru agreed, not thinking much of it, and Garp said something that left him shell-shocked. Good, then from today onwards you're Luffy's big sister and my granddaughter. Right double quotation mark. What, wait, I didn't agree to this. In the end Rimuru was forced to accept, and she even had a meeting with a certain woman. This woman was Monkey D. Jine, being Garp's daughter, and she had always wanted a daughter, and so she accepted Rimuru rather quickly despite being told who he was. And so the 1 year happened with Rimuru becoming Luffy's big sister, much to his embarrassment, and Diablo had gained a reputation around the village of being a weird butler and more training for Luffy, and in the end of the year Luffy and Rimuru had met two people, this being Gal Diaz and Sabo, who had not wanted to be friends at first but had accepted to be friends when Luffy had beaten the pirate crew who came to beat the two boys for taking their treasure, after which they had became close. Alongside had been visiting where Ace stayed, being at a bandit base on a mountain which is led by a woman named Dandan. Currently we see 4 people standing around a cut tree trunk with 4 cups on it before Ace pulls out a bottle. Maybe we'll set out independently, Ace said as he put a big bottle on the tree trunk. Oh, you stole that from Dandan. Right double quotation mark. Opening the bottle, Ace spoke. Did you guys know? As Ace started to spill the content of the bottle into the cups, he continued speaking, we can become brothers if we exchange this cup of sake. Right double quotation mark. Brothers? Really? Luffy asked in excitement. When we become pirates, we might not be crewmates on the same ship, but our bonds will keep us connected as brothers, Ace said as he picked up his cup of sake, quickly followed by the others. No matter where we are or what we do, our bond will not be broken. Right double quotation mark. With this starting today, we're brothers. Clinking their cups together with a big smile on their faces, they all drank it. After they drank it, a down look came on one of their faces. But I still have to go as a girl and be a sister, Rimuru said before all of them burst out laughing, knowing that he was really genderless but usually goes as a guy. Of course Master has to be the only special one, QQQ, CL said in Rimuru's mind. 1 year later. Over the year not much had happened, with Garp coming over time to time, Shanks and Luffy getting closer and things of the sorts, but today was the day the pirates would leave, and as such reflecting on how good the crew had been to the people, the entire town gathered to send them off. You're leaving then? Luffy said as he watched Shanks walking towards his ship. Yeah. It was a long stay, but now we part ways, Shanks replied, stopping his tracks. Bet you'll miss me, huh? Right double quotation mark. Well, yeah, but I won't ask you to take me anymore. I've decided to become a pirate on my own now. Right double quotation mark. Turning his head back, he stuck his tongue out at Luffy. I wasn't gonna take you anyways. You'll never be a pirate, Shanks said teasingly at Luffy. I will. Someday I'm gonna gather a crew just as good as yours, and I'm gonna find the greatest treasure in the world, and I'm gonna be king of the pirates. I'll show you. Right double quotation mark. Oh, you're gonna surpass us, huh? Shanks said, looking at Luffy, who was struggling to hold in his tears. Putting his hand on his hat, Shanks took his straw hat. In that case, putting the straw hat on Luffy's head, I'll leave this hat with you. It's dear to me. Take good care of it. This caused Luffy to fail and tears to start leaking from his eyes. The ship started to move to leave the island while the many villagers waved them off and wished them luck. Shanks stood on the ship. To his side was Rimuru. Come bring it back to me someday. Once you've become a great pirate. That's our promise, Luffy. The words told to him by Shanks played in his mind as he watched him leave with tears in his eyes as he held the hat. On the ship, as Shanks watched the island get smaller and smaller as they drifted off, Rimuru came by his side, staying there looking back as well. Shanks, about that fruit. Right double quotation mark. Yes, I know, Rimuru sensei, it isn't the gum gum. No, me, I also know that it is in fact the right double quotation mark. Then I assume you know that it will kill him, right? Rimuru said. narrowing his eyes towards Shanks. Only if he fails, but I believe he can do it, and so he won't die. Right? I will teach him what he needs to know, and I might take him back to my home at some point. Right? Wait, what? Even I haven't gone there. Right? That's what you get for laughing at me so much when you found out about the sister thing. Rimuru said, remembering how Shanks had laughed and made fun of him all night when he found out about it. Maybe I can take you as well at some point. Right? And so the story of how the most troublesome siblings of this world came to be. Let's just hope that the fifth one does not end up coming and messing things up. Huh, fifth one, what do you mean by that, CL? Apostrophe. Dot. 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 Safe to say Rimuru was thoroughly ignored by CL. End of chapter 7. 1. How does Garp know what a demon lord is and how to become one? 2. What is the Gum Gum no Mi truly? 3. What did Rimuru mean by it will kill Luffy? 4. What part of Garp's blood forced him to be a marine and not a pirate any longer? 5. Who is Jine truly?